So I says, yo, haha, it's all in the words.
Do 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 do. Padre, what's going on? This is Padre, and I like those "What would you do" videos. I used to watch it a little bit when it come on TV, or when it was coming on TV. When I caught it coming on TV, blah blah blah. Anyway, I want to check out this video with me. I want to do. I want to check out this video. Would you check it out with me? Sheesh. All right, let's go. This one is called Waitress Insults Veteran Living with Brain Injury. What would you do?
Hi, have you decided what you want yet?
Not yet. I'm having trouble getting situated. I have a traumatic brain injury from my time from overseas.
Are you sure you're not just drunk?
I'm not drunk, I'm a veteran.
In the last 20 years, more than 400,000 veterans have suffered traumatic brain injuries. Survivors say their invisible symptoms include memory loss, sensitivity to light and sound, physical instability, anxiety, and depression. And by others, they're often misunderstood.
Can you hurry it up?
If you witnessed a waitress berating and insulting a veteran even after he explains his condition, what would you do?
Wait, didn't I already order?
I don't need to deal with this.
Hold on. Was this dude sitting in the background, like sitting still, mannequin style? Where'd he go? There was a dude sitting right here. There was a dude sitting right here.
And misunderstood.
Can you hurry it up?
If
Yeah,
you witnessed
look.
a waitress berating and insulting a veteran even after he explains his condition, what would you do?
Wait, didn't I already order?
Actors.
I don't need to deal with this.
Everybody froze.
We're setting up at the historic Steer Inn in Indianapolis, Indiana. Our actor Noel, who suffered a traumatic brain injury in a car accident, will be playing a veteran.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
And we'll be getting some guidance from Adam Greathouse, who's with Disabled American Veterans.
My name's Adam, and I'm a disabled veteran with the TBI.
Adam himself was injured while he was deployed with the U.S. Army in Kosovo in 2001.
With the brain injury, it's hard to concentrate.
I know that.
They share symptoms.
It'd be in the places that's over stimulating.
Stimulant, yeah.
Yeah, overstimulating. and
Lights.
stuff. Yeah, lights, noise, all the stuff.
Yeah. Same
That
here.
would be so
And
fucked up.
stories of mistreatment.
Two different accents, but
All right.
we get each other.
It's the same river,
Yeah, yeah.
different boat.
Adam will be with us behind the scenes as we watch our scenario.
That would be so fucked up. Certain things like on TV, there's certain things you can't watch because of flashing lights and the way sounds come in and out. You know what I mean? It's like your day-to-day life. You know what I mean? It's like you just never know when something's going to trigger off one of those symptoms. That's fucked up, man.
Play out.
I'm having trouble.
Wait a minute.
River,
Yeah.
different boat.
Adam will be with us behind the scenes as we watch our scenario play out.
Hi, do you know what you want?
I'm having trouble.
What's wrong with you?
I suffered a traumatic brain injury.
A what?
War. I'm an Army veteran.
Okay, well, do you know what you want?
As our waitress continues to be impatient and inappropriate,
You've been wasting my time.
You need to walk away.
He's an Army vet.
that's when they address her directly.
You need to walk away and let your manager handle it.
Wow, this is great. It's amazing.
We both have parents that are Army vets that are no longer with us.
Why are you butting in?
Because you're rude.
When our waitress just won't leave.
Do you know this guy?
Do you know
You
this
are,
man?
it doesn't
No,
matter.
it
You are
doesn't matter.
absolutely unprofessional right now. You need to walk away.
They take it a
Women are
step further.
courageous.
If I get up, I'm telling you it's going to be
is
an
such a
issue.
waste.
Walk away. How about you keep walking before you cause an issue? That was rude.
Well, what do you think? Break it?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I apologize.
Hello, how are you guys? I'm John Quinones with the TV show What Would You Do?
Yo, women are very courageous. Even as I watch the news day to day, you know, you see a lot of women stepping up and telling folks their opinion, their view of what's right, what's wrong, you know, how things should be, how things shouldn't be. And you know, women are true crusaders, man. It's like there's a lot of women that have really big hearts for humanity, and it hurts them to see other people be hurt. And I see that there's more women that are emotionally invested into humanity than I do men. And so, you know, when it comes down to a situation like this, I think, you know, if in a relationships, especially, I think a man really need to know who his woman is, so that way he'll know for sure that when they go out, she's going to be this way. Because I say that because it's like there's been a lot of times I've told females, I'm like, man, look, I'm not going to be a captain save your ass if you open up your mouth in public and causing situations and shit. You know what I mean? I'm one of those type of dudes where I would very rarely butt into somebody's situations. You know what I mean? No, it's just one of those things. A person would call me cowardice and shit like that, but coming from a place where you never know when someone's going to shoot you, stab you, find out where you live, fuck you up, coming from that type of world, it is one of those things where I have a big what do you call, like I'm looking out for my own safety over someone else's, self-perseverance. So it's hard to say whether I would speak up for somebody, you know what I mean, whenever there's danger or there's rudeness or other things that shouldn't be tolerated. But for the people who do stand up, you know, it's like shit. I can only applaud them, especially, you know, when the situation is resolved and they're not harmed. You know what I mean? But it's like when a person gets harmed for standing up and doing something right, it's like, man, if you, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up when someone stands up for somebody else and they get fucked up in the mean, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where if you're defending a person and the person, okay, if you see somebody who's getting mistreated and the person that's mistreating another person don't give a fuck about life, don't give a fuck about themselves, don't give a fuck about the person that they're mistreating, well, they're not gonna give a fuck about the person that's witnessing all this shit. They're not gonna give a fuck about anybody who's witnessing all this shit. So it's like, if you're gonna be courageous, you're gonna be courageous, and you never know how the situation's gonna resolve. So I don't know, man. But I said too much here. Check it out.
What's your message to people watching?
An issue. That was rude.
Well, what do you think? Break it?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I apologize.
Hello, how are you guys? I'm John Quinones with the TV show What Would You Do? What's your message to people watching this?
He served for us. If he explained that, respect him.
My father was a Vietnam vet, and I lost him in 2015, and I will stand up for any veteran that's mistreated.
We're back at it.
It's taken me a while to understand what the words are on the menu.
Are you drunk?
No, I do not drink, ma'am. Because of my brain injury.
Do I look like your babysitter?
And it doesn't take long for this customer to call the manager over.
The guy sitting here behind me says he has a brain injury from Iraq. If he is a war veteran, she don't need to be talking to him like that.
But that doesn't stop our waitress.
Today's not Veterans Day.
On Veterans Day, we gave out free coffee. And now you're acting like it's still Veterans Day.
We've caught the attention of this customer too.
He can't contain himself, this guy.
Why don't you get somebody else to help him? Here, I'll help him.
And now both men come to Noel's defense.
Do you know this guy?
No, we ain't gonna stand. There it is.
And now we have the waitress say something our expert says he himself has heard.
He's just a crazy veteran.
Are you serious? You can't say something like that.
And with that, he sits down with Noel and helps him read the menu.
What sounds good, buddy?
This is sweet.
What do you recommend?
I've only been here a couple times. I'm gonna get the meatball sandwich.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, pretty good.
I'm John Quinones. This is the TV show What Would You Do?
Wow. Okay. I feel better knowing that.
It was really eating at you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's killing me. We gotta treat people right, and it wasn't happening.
Especially with veterans.
Especially.
He said he was a veteran. I couldn't take that no more.
Throughout the day, there's no shortage of customers who step in to protect and serve our veterans.
I like
I've
these
got a million other
videos.
customers
I
to
like
take care
these.
of.
I like these social experiences. I just wish that this country and the people within it would come together a whole lot more. This show right here is a show that shows all across the country, and for the viewers, there's got to be millions of viewers out there that watch it, and it fucks me up to think that out of everybody who watch it, when it comes time to coming together, they'll still find issues to separate themselves from each other. It's like when you watch this show, you pretty much have a lot of people that is either going to be like, yes, you should always come to the aid of people who are being fucked over. Then you got people who are like, no, you should mind your fucking business. Then you got people who are like on the fence, who like, I don't know, it depends. You know what I'm saying? It seems like those are the three options when you're dealing with these scenarios. Alright? Now, if you got millions of people watching this shit, this is the part that fucks me up. You're watching this shit, and you have millions of people who are just like, yes, you should always step in. You also have millions of people who are just like, nah, you should mind your own business. And you have millions of people who are just like, I don't know, maybe, maybe not. It's crazy that we live in a country and we have all these different type of people here, but yet a person like me is wanting us all to unite and have a common thought on humanity. I don't know. I don't know. I know I'm a walking contradiction, and I know there's a lot of other walking contradictions out there as well. So, like I said, I like seeing these social experiences because we happen to catch, what I'm saying, a few of the people that we are more comfortable seeing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of us that's numb to this shit. Like I say, when you are brought up in an environment where don't nobody give a fuck, you become real numb to this shit. And then when you're in an environment where you used to be there, then you wasn't no more, then it's kind of like you're on the fence. And then when you are in an environment where this shit never happens, then you're just on the follow la thing. So I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's see what they say. All right. Now my final note on this is the most serious thing that I could say. And if you're watching this, thank you very much for sticking in with all this. There's a lot of shit that people may not like hearing from me or anybody else. That's cool. I know we all have our own different opinions about shit, but check this out. There's a lot of things that I'm not telling you all who are my audience about my personal life. And there is a lot of shit that I have been saying throughout the years. And you just gotta go and check out my Away with Words videos. The thoughts and fantasies and all that other shit. But as far as the shit that I really don't tell people about me is the shit that I don't want someone to watch a video and then decide that they want to take advantage of me, and to which if they come to take advantage of me, then they're taking advantage of my family. And I don't want to put my family in harm's way. So I don't do video cam and things like that because it's one of those things where, like I say, I don't want somebody taking advantage of me and shit. So with that being said, I know it'll leave a person, with a lot to imagine. I wonder what the fuck he look like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when it comes down to a topic like this, he's right. We all have different disabilities. And it doesn't mean that the disability is going to be something that we can see. There's a lot of people out there that got things going on with them that is not visible, but when you interact with them, you'll be able to be like, oh shit, okay, okay, okay. I have been a humanitarian for years, meaning I may not come and stick up for somebody in moments like this, but I have a record of where I have helped out so many motherfucking people. And the people that I helped out, I never asked for anything in return. I have a record of helping people that I didn't even know that I was helping. I also have a record of helping people through other people. Someone being like, yo, by me helping them, they was able to help somebody else. I've been helping people for a long fucking time. Does that give me the right to sit back and talk shit, run my mouth on different topics? Just helping other people? No, that doesn't give me the right. But what gives me the right is the freedom of speech. Freedom of speech saying that, hey, you are able to say what the fuck you want to say, no matter who it offends. And what gets me is, by me saying this, you have these different views of wanting to see, who I am if you try to pick me apart. And it's like, on one hand, I've helped out so many people in so many different ways. On the other hand, I'm talking in a cowardice way. On the other hand, I'm sitting up here contradicting shit. And on the other hand, this, on the other hand, that. Yes, I think we all have a lot of fucking layers to who we are as a person. And this is what fucks me up. We have so many people who pick other people apart so much to where it ruins the atmosphere. The point of this video and my reaction to it is, one, I hope that people are aware of other people in many, many ways. Every day, when you wake up, be prepared to be like, okay, I'm going to encounter someone today who I might disagree with, or who I might end up needing to help, or who might end up helping me, or who might disagree with me, or, you know what I'm saying? There's so many things that we got to put into context when it comes down to who the people are that we run into day by day. Because it's like, if you run into a situation and you're unprepared for it, you end up making mistakes. And some people don't have a chance to make a better impression after they've already made a bad impression. Some people don't have a chance to correct the situation. Some people run into folks that have zero tolerance that day, and they ain't having it. And you become, you just put yourself in a position to where you're getting fucked off, even though that's not where your heart was. So it's like, I'm putting this video out here, I'm making this video because I want people to be aware that you never know who you're going to run into. Even if you choose to talk to a person, you never know what's going to come out their mouth. It's one of these things where all the kids that have been in my life, as far as me being a stepdad or been an uncle or, anything like that, or a cousin too, it's like, yo, I try to let them know that I'm all about peace, love, and harmony, and self-perseverance. And it's like, yo, we have to protect ourselves from other people, and then sometimes we have to protect people from themselves as well. So it's like, we have to be ready for these situations, because we just never know when something's going to pop off. And here it is, we keep coming across other people who are the victims of situations that they might not have been in. Wait a minute. They're in situations that sometimes they shouldn't be in. If they had made a decision to make a left instead of making a right, they wouldn't be in that situation. If they had stayed home 15 minutes more before leaving the house, they wouldn't be in the situation. Things like that, you know what I'm saying? This is how crazy the world is today. Our reaction, the reactions to our actions are fucking us over so much. And we just don't get ourselves prepared enough for the situations that we find ourselves in. And I don't like that. I don't like that we live in a world that we have to live like that. When I was a child, one of the parents that was raising me up had made me aware of the social problem between the races, between colors. It let me know that I have to remember that I will be victimized at some point in my life. I had to be aware that when I'm walking up and down the street, that somebody could throw something out of their car and wound me fatally, or wound me at all, in any kind of way. They had to, I mean, they let me know this shit. So growing up, I was always, like, fa la 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 la, but yet, who's watching me? Fa la 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 la, but who can see me? Fa la 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 la, who can hear me? And the reason why I had to think like that is because what if I'm outside and somebody from my own race or somebody outside my race decide they want to jump me and beat me up? Who is in yelling distance? Who can hear me? Am I walking? It's like you got, when you're walking up and down the street, you're walking in somebody's yard, whether you're on the sidewalk or whatever. It's like, is someone home? If I needed help, would somebody be there? You know what I'm saying? You just never know. And the fear fucks with certain people. It fucked with me. It's kind of like walking down the street, but yet you got a quicker pace to your walk. It's like I see an open garage down that street. Let me get to that area as quick as I can, just in case something pops off. And then as I'm leaving that area, I'm like, man, I gotta go through this shit again just to get to my destination. Whether I was walking or on bicycle or even in the car, because, you know what I'm saying, I grew up, when they was doing drive-bys. You know what I'm saying? During those times, it's like, no matter if you were in your house, you're not safe. So, yes, I'm making this video for a purpose. And it's on a humanitarian level. I'm not just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm really hoping that folks will be a whole lot more careful in their lives. We can't always go out there and have a good ass time. I know I've seen a lot of people. Hold on. Okay. It's like, you never know when you'll come across a person that has some type of nervous condition. Nervous conditions affect people in so many different ways. It's like the brain, no matter how magnificent it is, there's triggers, there's twitches, there's flaws. That I'm not gonna say flaws. There's things that the brain can do to the body that we just don't like and we just don't want to happen. We become victims to our brains because things are uncontrollable. And when you're dealing with nervous conditions, you never know when you're playing, but yet your playing causes someone to have a nervous issue. Nervous issues can cause people to, to stop breathing. You know what I'm saying? Nervous conditions can affect a person's breathing, their blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Just look at how he was talking about traumatic brain injuries. You know what I'm saying? And look at all the symptoms they have dealing with the nervous system. There's people who get excited and come across reactions. You know what I'm saying? Their body reacts in certain ways to excitement, to where a person can't get too excited, or they're going to have to deal with something. Just a moment ago, when I took a pause, I got excited. Talking on a humanitarian level, on, dealing with passion, excites me. And it fucks with my body. So it's like, I have to try to relax. You know what I mean? And it fucks me up because when I want to play video games, I can't play all the video games I want to play because I'll get excited. It's fucked up. So the purpose of this video is all about, trying to love people, trying to love ourselves, trying to keep an open awareness of the next person, of folks that we might not ever run into, but if we prepare ourselves, we might be able to handle the situation better. I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to get off this video. About somewhere around my 5th grade year, I was in these apartments, I lived in these apartments, and in these apartments they had these little green fuse boxes that was like behind every section. It's like you have 4 apartments together, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, looking across from each other, things like that. And then there's one electric fuse box that powers those 8 apartments, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, those 8 apartments. Well, I was sitting on one of those one day, and my brain was flooded with a bunch of what if questions. What if I'm able to do this? What if I'm not able to do this type things? What if I meet people like this? What if I don't meet people like this? What if I get fucked over? What if I end up fucking over somebody? A whole bunch of what if questions. And it seemed like I sat there for a couple hours. And for me to be a young kid thinking about all this shit, it led me to picture these scenarios in detail of what if this, what if that. And after that moment happened, the one answer that was left in my brain was, if you're still alive, keep moving. Just keep going. Try to be as happy as you can. You know what I'm saying? Help other folks as much as you can type shit. And from that moment on, I always reflected back to that moment dealing with the different experiences in my life. Whether I was learning, whether I was going through an experience vicariously through somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where I was like, damn, that day I was asked a what if question that relates to that situation right there, or relates to this situation right there, or that situation right there, or right there. Well, that person handled it like that. This person handled it like that. Or I was in the situation and I handled it like that. I could have handled it better this way. I could have handled it better that way. I probably could have done it. It's the fact that I paid attention to it. I let it sink in because I knew it was important. Not a lot of people take the time to think deeply on life. A lot of people will not encourage other people to think deeply on life. But I want to be one of them type of people that is asking anyone and everyone to please take time to think about the next person. Just as much as you think of yourself, but just don't forget to think of yourself in that self-perseverance type of way. When it deals with relationships, why would you deal with a relationship where you got to argue all the time? What type of happiness is that? There are people that you can live with without arguing with them all the time. Hold on. One last example. Here's a relationship where you got a boyfriend, you got a girlfriend. The girlfriend goes to work. Before she goes to work, she gets in an argument with you. You fight, you argue, and things like that. And you pretty much think your relationship is over. She goes to work. She gets into an argument with her boss and some co-workers. She comes home. She tells you what happens. And you're like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Let's find you another job. She doesn't want to do that. But at the end of the day, she'd rather leave you because of the argument that y'all had beforehand. I sat back, and in so many relationships that was like that, I'm like, yo, why is it that I want the best for you, and we argue because you don't want me to do so much that it's like in relationships, I try to cater to my woman. I tried to treat her better than her exes had treated them. And there had been females that didn't want that. They wanted thugs. They wanted dudes that barely gave a fuck about them. You know, I was called a simp, sucker for love, hopeless romantic. I even called myself that, you know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying, there were females that were just, they didn't want that. But yet they go to work and it takes so much abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, and they would not leave those jobs for nothing. But yet at the end of the day, they left my ass. It's like, are you for real? It's like leaving me, and I have a place to stay, I have transportation, but you don't want that. You rather deal with a dude who don't have a car and got 2 or 3 baby mamas that they're juggling along with you. And that's real shit. That shit happened. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, life is fucked up. So I'm saying, when it comes down to relationships, there are people out there that you don't even have to argue with, and you'd be so much better with them than somebody that you're trying to force to stay with you. It's fucked up, man. But if we prepare ourselves, if we learn as much as we can about ourselves before we go out there in the world and fuck with people who may or may not know who they are, you know what I'm saying? Man, I think we'd be doing a whole lot better if people just stayed to themselves enough to where, you know what I'm saying, they are becoming the best people that they can be before they start really investing themselves in the other people, like in the relationships. But anyway, man, I'm going to get off this video. If you made it this far, please understand this. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the dumbest person. I've done some research on some shit, but there's a whole lot more things out there that I need to research. What I need you to do is question everything that I say. Do your own research on these topics that I've been talking about, and fucking come up with your own opinions about it. Most importantly, please share your opinions with me. Share your opinions with anybody. The reason why you should share your opinions is because you never know when someone is thinking the same shit that you're thinking about, but they just don't have anyone to talk to. Alright, my name is Padre. You have a good day, you have a good night, you have a good morning. Peace.